Hello, everybody, and welcome to Sip and a Smoke. How we doing? My name's Rick.
Tomas.
So today we are going to be smoking a Hamlet 25th anniversary, and we are going to be having Havana Club.
Yeah, well, the interesting thing with the Hamlet cigars, we actually had the opportunity to meet Hamlet, the master blender for Rocky Patel, Hamlet Benedez, and this is to commemorate his 25th year in the cigar rolling industry. So it's an anniversary for him, and to honor that, they did the cigar.
And we recently found out that he made, with this cigar, he got to number 11 on Cigar Snob, was it?
Cigar Snob rated this particular cigar number 11, so we thought we'd give it a try since we had an opportunity to meet the guy. He gave us a few cigars when we met him. Really nice guy, very
Wonderful man.
And so we're excited to try the cigar here today, and we're pairing it with Havana Club Puerto Rican aged rum. This is not the same as the Cuban Havana Club. That's what a lot of people automatically, the idea people have about it. It's actually made in Puerto Rico. It's been in the U.S. for a while now, been in mass circulation for the past roughly 3 to 4 years. And this is the Añejo aged rum, and we're going to pair the this is an aged rum. It's a blend of aged rums, actually, a blend of 1 to 3 year old aged rums, which are blended together, and then once those blends are put together, they're aged an additional up to 3 months in oak barrels. So it gives it a nice brown tint to it, nice caramel color, some vanilla flavors, a little bit of tropical flavors that you'll get, a little bit of sweetness on the tongue.
Oh yeah.
And so we just cracked this bottle open. I haven't tried it in the last couple years now, so I'm excited to get back at it again and give it a whirl. And the cigars, hopefully, will pair well.
Well, the cigars, you're going to find a little bit of cedar notes to it. You're going to find a little bit of coffee notes to it. On first taste, it's actually really, and for not being a real expensive cigar, that's really quite good.
It's actually a really good cigar. It's rated as a medium, mild to medium range. It's got Nicaraguan and Honduran fillers, and what was the binder on, or the wrapper on that?
The Havana? The Habano.
The Habano wrapper. And so it's going to be kind of more of a closer to medium body. Flavor-wise, you're right, it does have a good taste to it.
Mm-hmm.
It's nice and clean, and the draw is great. Lights up well, so we'll give it a whirl.
These are quite good cigars. They're not the full strength that I normally go to, but for medium, I'd smoke these all day long.
With a rum, I think it's great. A heavier cigar would overpower rum. Rum tends to be lighter.
Mm-hmm.
That's why it makes great cocktails, pina coladas, things like that, classic Caribbean-style cocktails. And so this is actually a really good pairing because the cigar has some spice to it. It brings out a little bit of the barrel flavors out of the rum, kind of subdues some of the spice, the sweetness, because rum is made from sugar cane, as opposed to Scotch being from or whiskeys rather being from malted grains, or tequila being from agave. Rum comes from the sugar cane. It's more of the premium sugar canes, and then you got the cachaças, which come from the bottom of the stack sugar cane. That's why you have different lengths of cigars and different ring gauges and stuff, is because they do change based on how close the heat is to your mouth. And a lot of cigars do develop as they burn, some of them in a positive way, some of them in a negative way as we experience. It's hard to get a cigar that's going to be consistent all the way through, just because you're drawing the smoke through that tobacco. You're bringing the heat source closer to your lips when you get it down to about 1 inch to 2 inches of that cigar. So they do change slightly. This, like I said, this from start to where I'm at now hasn't changed. It's been consistent in flavor and burn. So it's so far so good.
Yeah.
I'm pleased with it so far. We actually picked up some new ice. It's a company called Vault Ice. here in Oklahoma, and I'm pretty sure they're nationwide. They've got a website, voltice.com. It's a really cool program where they actually have the ice already cut into cubes. This is called the Princess Cut. It's a 2x2x2 cubed ice. It comes like that, already cubed. They also make it in a sphere, and they also make it in a tower, which is basically this cube doubled up in height that you can use for like a highball glass. It's a really cool program. They do stamps, custom-made stamps made out of copper, so you can stamp your logo right into the ice and put it in your cocktail just like that. It's really neat.
So I'm going to have to cut you off right there. You're telling me that on this show, that we are talking about manly stuff, we're doing all kinds of manly stuff, and you're telling me now that you got me a Princess Cut ice cube.
Yeah. It looks like a giant diamond. It's awesome. But the benefit of this ice is
it looks cool.
It's super clean, super clear water that's used. It's a slow process to freeze this, so that way there's no bubbles, there's no impurities in the ice. It's already pre-cut for you in these large quantities or large sizes. It's going to melt at a slower rate, diluting your drink much less than if you just had, rocks in there. You can use it for multiple cocktails when you refill. It'll still be there, not watered down all the way. And because of the freezing process, it actually stays colder than just a regular ice out of your freezer. So it's definitely a really cool thing to be able to use for our cocktails that we just picked up, and I'm excited about it. I think it's going to be neat. Hopefully we'll get the stamp pretty soon and be able to have our own little red on ice.
All right. I got to admit, I do like it. I mean, it's cool. Don't get me wrong. Princess Cut. Man.
We're going to get the spheres pretty soon, too.
Okay.
So we'll have the spheres also.
All right.
But yeah, it's pretty neat. I like it.
All right, so final thoughts on the Hamlet 25th anniversary. I got to tell you, I like it. It burns really well, as you can see here. It has burned pretty much straight all the way across. Had a couple runs, not much.
Yeah, mine didn't have any runs at all. It just completely razor straight the whole way through.
Yeah, and boy, did it pair well with this rum. God, that was wonderful.
Yeah, the rum, you're getting a lot more of the actual sugarcane flavor on the rum with the cigar. It's not sweet like sugar.
Right, but you don't have that alcohol taste. It actually doesn't taste like it's got a lot of alcohol in it, but I'm sure it does.
Yeah, absolutely. It just comes out very smooth. This is an 80 proof like any other rum or tequila or anything else you would drink, vodka. But it's just going down super smooth. The cigar has a little bit of spice to it. The rum offsets that spice a little bit.
Oh yeah,
and it turned out to be a really good pairing. I honestly we haven't tried this rum to pair with anything yet.
I've never had this rum before at all.
And so it was kind of going out on a limb here, and it turned out to be a really good pairing.
I absolutely love these cigars. Yes, you can taste the cedar in it. You can taste that pretty well. The coffee, not so much. They say it has some coffee hint to it.
But again, it might be because the pairing.
It could be. This is a great cigar for beginning of the day or pretty much any time, really. Maybe a dessert after a really heavy meal.
It's a nice medium to light cigar.
Yeah.
With some good spicy notes to it. Not peppery at all. It doesn't burn your lips or the tip of your tongue at all. You just get a little bit of that cedar spice, a little bit of spice to it at the end.
And I gotta say, the ice cubes in here, pretty cool.
Don't knock the Princess Cut.
Here's the thing: is normally, as you guys have noticed, we'll usually refill our glass at least once, and the ice will be gone. This thing is still in here pretty solid. So,
yeah,
good job on that.
I've got a about half the ice cube still in mine. You know, this will last me another hour if I wanted it to, if not more. The cigar itself is a good 45 minutes to an hour, and this Toro size is about a 50 ring gauge, 6-inch. One thing I'm noticing on your cigar, and I'm noticing a little bit on mine, is toward the end it's starting to unravel a little bit.
A little bit, yeah.
Toward the end of the cigar here. It's common. You know, it happens very frequently because you're getting a little bit, you're drawing moisture into the cigar. You know, you're getting more expansion on the filler and the binders. So it's not uncommon, but you know, if you're not careful with it, it'll start to unravel and fall apart toward the end of the cigar. But you already got 90% of the thing down.
Yeah,
so it's not that big deal.
So what do you feel about the aroma on this? What would you give that?
The aroma on the cigar, it's got a very pleasant smell to it. A good tobacco cigar smell. It's not skunky.
No, not at all.
So, you know, on a scale of 1 to 10, I would probably say it's pleasant. So I'd probably put about an 8. You know, I can walk into a room with somebody smoking this cigar and actually crave a cigar after smelling it.
Yeah. I think I'll have to stick with you on the 8, yeah. The draw, absolutely an easy draw. Man, that gets you really nice and good. I'd give that about an 8 too, 8 to 9.
Yeah, it's not overwhelmingly like bellowing smoke out.
Yeah.
You know, I would say that the one thing about those Black Label Aries Dark Horse that we had the other day, those had a very easy draw.
Yes.
This one, you put a little bit of effort to it, but it's not strenuous at all. You're not, you know, busting a lung trying to get some smoke out of the thing. But yeah, so I'd definitely give it a 9.
Okay.
Draw.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. All right. So overall, what would you say?
Flavor wise, it's got some good flavor, but it's not something that I haven't had before. That's one thing I can say is it's good, it's consistent, it's good quality, but it's not necessarily something over the top where it's like this is an extremely unique product that you have to try because it's so unique. So I'd probably put it at about a 7.
I can see that. I would easily put this about 6.5, 7-ish myself. It is a good medium cigar. However, again, it's a lot of the same. It's a lot of what we've had before. It's a lot of cigars that I've smoked. It's not something that really stands out.
Sure.
It is a great cigar. However, you know, when I put it up against some of the other cigars I've had, I'd put it down to a good, you know?
It's a good casual smoke. It's something, if you're on a golf course and you just need something to puff on, I would recommend it for sure. If you're having some cocktails and you just want to have a cigar, it's a great cigar for casual smoking with your friends. If it's a special occasion or something you're giving as a gift, I would say there's probably some things that, you know, would be a better special cigar.
Yeah.
A little more special than this. But for the price point, at about $9, you say about $9?
$9.
It comes through as about a $9 cigar for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Guys, if you get a chance, try one. You know, there's nothing wrong with it at all. I would gladly smoke this again. In fact, I am. You know, I've smoked these several times.
This is my first time.
So, but anyways, from us.
The rum.
The rum.
We gotta do our rum.
The rum was absolutely wonderful.
It's a great quality rum. I highly recommend this rum if you're a rum drinker. I've had several different rums. I grew up with my dad drinking Bacardi 151 and Coke, and you know, we used to mix it for him when we were kids and stuff like that. But if you're looking for a good sipping rum, hands down, very, very highly recommended. I'd give it on a scale of 1 to 10. I'd give it a 9. You know, it's just easy to drink, smooth, just on the rocks.
I am not a big rum drinker. I do a lot more scotch and whiskey, but for this, I would gladly give it a 10. I am pleasantly surprised with it. Absolutely a wonderful thing. So,
And the ice, I give the ice a 10.
I think he likes it because it's the Princess Cut. But
It's a good ice.
Yeah.
It actually is. It didn't water down my drink. It's melting at a very consistent rate, and I'm looking forward to using that ice in all my cocktails and on the rocks. I mean, everything going forward. Just because, again, I have at least half of it left still, and it did not water down that rum at all. Even to the end, we've refilled it and we've used it up as much as we can, and it's still holding pretty strong. So I recommend if you're looking for a cool little thing. I don't know if they do retail to individuals. I got it through wholesale through my work. It's vaultice.com is the website. You can find out who supplies it. If you're a restaurateur or a bar owner or something like that, I recommend checking it out. It saves the labor. It's safe. You don't have to worry about cutting your hands trying to make a chunk of ice or anything like that. It's clean, and it's crystal clear. I mean, in that glass, it matches the glass.
So, guys, from us here at Sip and a Smoke, cheers.
Cheers. Salud.